Hello class, welcome back, 5th grade. I'm really happy that you are here today. Welcome back, and I'm super happy, as I was telling you, to start with this new week. I hope that yesterday you had an amazing free day, you have stayed at home, enjoying the time with your family, if you could. Because today we are going to work a lot. We are going to work with new topics. We are going to learn the grammar from Unit 6 because it's super important that we hurry up in our topic. So this is what we are going to do today. We are going to learn future will, and also we are going to learn indefinite pronouns. First of all, let's remember that the unit is called the future, and we are learning about devices that people invented for making our life easier. And also we've been learning about vocabulary, about things, and we've been writing sentences to predict the things that are going to happen in the future. So this is what we are going to learn, future will, and right now I'm going to explain it to you so we can make sentences with this topic. Please try to pay attention to this. The following thing that you are going to see right here, you need to copy this on your notebook, because I always tell you this, but it's the truth. You are going to need this to study when the exam comes. These notes are going to help you. If you don't have your notes on your notebook, maybe it might be a little bit difficult for you to study, okay? So let's begin. I was telling you that we are going to learn future. As you know, as I told you before, there are two ways to express future. Going to and will. Will, we are going to learn it today because going to, we learned it before. So how do we make sentences with future will? We start, as always, by the subject. This S means subject. Then we are going to write will. Don't pay attention to this. Then V means verb, okay? Verb form. Verb form is the exact way, the base form in present. Walk, sing, dance, with no ed, with no ing. I will go to Thailand, okay? So noticing here that we start by the subject, I. Next to it is going to be will. And next to it is going to be the verb. In this case, I used go. And the rest of the sentence, I will go to Thailand. So let's remember that we are talking in future. Maybe we use it to talk about plans and say predictions that we have for the future, of course, right? You are never going to use will in past or in present. It's just for future. So now we have S, will not or won't. This is for the negative sentences. And the base form. The only thing that is going to change is that you can say I will not or I won't, okay? I won't. I will not go to Thailand, or you can say I won't go to Thailand, okay? Both of the ways are correct. And right now we are going to know how do we make questions with future will. So it's the same as the rest of the topics. You start with the auxiliary, that in this case is will. Next to it is going to be the subject. You change places with it. And next to it the verb and the rest of the sentence and the question mark. Will you go to Thailand? Okay, you can follow the structure from the affirmative sentence. You just need to swipe the places or switch the places between the subject and the will. For example, will you go to Thailand? I will go to Thailand, okay? Copy this in your notebook. And as I was telling you, the uses are for actions decided at the moment of speech. Okay, I have a toothache, I'll take some medicine. Okay, this is happening, so I need to do this. I have a toothache, I'll take some medicine, okay? For unplanned future actions, winter will come soon, okay? This is something that will happen in the future. For offering, asking, for requesting, promising, ordering, or threatening. I'm afraid we will get wet, okay? This is like a prediction or something like that, okay? There are some other uses, but first of all, this is used for plans that you have in the future, for predictions that we are going to see in the book. I'm going to move on because we have another topic like I was telling you. This is called indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns. Okay? So, what are indefinite pronouns? Indefinite pronouns are or is a noun that refers to a person or a thing without being specific. Like, for example, if you want to talk about a person or something that someone did, but you don't know exactly or you don't want to mention the person who did it, okay? So here you have some examples. In yellow we have the indefinite pronouns: everything, nothing, something, anything. Have you seen these words before? Yes, right? So these are called indefinite pronouns. I have eaten everything in the fridge. I have nothing for breakfast. I need to find something. Anything will be okay, okay? This is going to help you if you want to copy this too. Well, if you don't want to, it's okay. So, these are all the indefinite pronouns that there exist. They are used to talk about people, things, and places. Okay, so there are different ways, 4 different ways: some, any, no, and every. For example, when we are talking about people, we use one or body, someone or somebody, anyone or anybody, no one, nobody, everyone, everybody. Or when we want to talk about things, something, anything, nothing, everything. Or somewhere, anywhere, nowhere, and everywhere, okay? So, first of all, pay attention to this. I wanted to show you that there exist lots of different indefinite pronouns, but we are going to focus only on the ones that are used with people. These ones, okay? Please, this needs to be copied on your notebook. I know that it's a lot, but you need to copy at least this because it's going to help you, as I always tell you. Yes, so if you don't have this, it might be difficult for you to do the activities and etc. because you won't know all the indefinite pronouns that there exist. So as I was telling you, someone, somebody, anyone, anybody, no one, nobody, everyone, everybody. Okay, so now I want you to repeat with me because sometimes I've heard that it's difficult for you or you have troubles or struggling pronouncing these words. Let's repeat, please. Someone, somebody, anyone, anybody, no one, nobody, everyone, everybody, okay? So, you might find the definitions or the translations in Spanish, so you might know when to use them. Please pay attention to some and any, because sometimes some and any are used like in a similar way, or maybe you are getting, you might get confused sometimes, but let's pay attention. Any is more used in negative statements or questions, okay? It's not the same as some. Some or someone or somebody is used in an affirmative way, but anyone or anybody are used when we are asking, always in a question or always in a negative sentence, okay? Like no one and nobody, okay? So, some examples in here that I wrote for you. Someone is knocking at the door. Someone, alguien. Nobody is listening to me. Nadie. No one knew the answer. Nadie supo la respuesta. Okay? So that's it. Now, I think that we are ready to go to the students' book activities. We're going to do 2 pages today, 73 and 74. And yes, so this is what we have for today. I will learn to use will and want to make predictions about the future. I will learn to use indefinite pronouns. Okay, so first of all, the first exercise is about will and want. Okay, remember that want is the same as will, but is in the negative way. They are in different things. Okay, so do you think we'll have cars 100 years from now? Yes, we will. But cars won't have drivers. They'll use computers. So as you can see, this is a contraction. They'll is the same as they will, okay? No, we won't. We'll have spaceships. Okay, so activity 10 says, make predictions about the future. Use will and want. You can choose if you want to use will or if you want to use want. Number 1, you have write letters, send emails. For example, my answer is, we won't write letters. We will send emails. Okay, so you need to write or choose one of these because in all the 6 activities, they are giving you 2 options. You need to write one with will and the other one with want. For example, number 2, I wrote, we won't buy things in stores. We'll shop online. This is what we do now. Okay, so that's it. You need to do that in activity 10. If you have questions, well, send a message and I help you. Activity 11, you need to follow the instruction or the structure in here. Who will use video messaging in the future? Who will send letters to communicate with friends in the future? So we have anyone with a computer and internet access will use the video messaging. No one or nobody will send letters to communicate with friends. Anyone or everyone or everybody will use email. Everyone or everybody is almost or yes, nearly always used as the same way. Well, someone might write a letter, okay? So activity 11 says, make predictions about the future. Use no one, someone, everyone with will or might. Might is like a possibility, something that you are not sure at all. But try not to use it because we are not focusing on this. For example, who will use tablets instead of laptop computers? I wrote, everyone will use tablets instead of laptop computers. Number 2, who will use messages? Who will use smartphones 100 years from now? I wrote, no one will use smartphones in 100 years. Okay, so you are going to make sentences answers using the indefinite pronouns. So that's why you needed to copy this on your notebook, right? So now we can go to the next activity, the next pages, page 74, and we have 2 activities. The first one is the reading and the next one is the comprehension activities. Activity 12 says, listen and read, what types of jobs do robots do? Here we have the content words, robots, the present, not just the future. Okay, so I'm going to play this audio and you need to pay attention to this as always so we can do the activities later.
Student's Book, page 74, Activity 12. Listen and read. What types of jobs do robots do? Robots, the present, not just the future. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about robots? Is it WALL-E, the Disney robot? He was designed to collect trash, but he accidentally ended up saving the planet? Or do you think of the lovable robots from the Star Wars movies, C-3PO and R2-D2? C-3PO was designed to help humans understand languages, and R2-D2 could fix anything.
Almost.
Unfortunately, robots with these capabilities exist only in movies. The Mars rover, Opportunity, and the underwater robot, Trident, are exploratory robots. They help us learn about places that are too difficult or dangerous for anyone to go. But there's also amazing robot technology that can help save lives. The SnakeBot, for example, is long and thin and can move almost like a real snake. It can move forwards, sideways, and even upwards, so it can go where no one else can. That means they might be able to find someone trapped in a building after an earthquake or a fire. In the near future, doctors will probably use tiny snake bots for very difficult surgical procedures. The main difference between the movie robots and today's robots is that movie robots actually think. But this too will change. Robots have already started doing more complicated tasks. For example, robots have already taught over 2 million British elementary school children about recycling. The next step is socially assistive robots. They can see people and talk with them. The makers of these robots hope that one day they'll help people with special needs.
Okay, activity 13, look at the passage. The passage is the text. It says, match to complete the sentences. Okay, so number 1, robots are used for. 2, snake bots. 3, robots that can think. A, exist only in movies. B, difficult or dangerous jobs. C, could find people. Think big activity. Why do you think robots will be helpful for difficult surgical procedure? Do you think it will be like an easy job for them, or they would be good at this kind of jobs? What do you think? Could they be kind with the people? What do you think about it? Write your answer, and don't forget that you need to take pictures of this. Send them to me, write your name and the date, and that's it, okay? So that's it for today, and I hope to see you tomorrow here. As always, try to be sending your activities on time, and I'll see you the next time. Goodbye!